This is Satya Kadirvel from Tamil Nadu State of India. I am addressing this video message under high emergency and sensitive situation in my EY case mediation, which is scheduled on 7 July 2026. This is a very high red alert video message about my complaint against criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who had strongly influenced EY company authorities to do open cheating crime in the second time rescheduled mediation on 7 July, where the EY authorities are criminally planning to use either EY lawyer alone or EY lawyer along with one more EY representative to say any kind of cruel lie in the court or any kind of false reasons or any kind of statements like they will give compensation amount for me or any other thing to do open cheating crime against me in the court itself without even before even going for mediation to illegally block the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company. So since I have given lot of alerts, they have made this criminal plan. First, I would like to explain the repeated promised reinstatement of my job in EY company given during the EY case hearing on 16th April. So, on 16th April 2026 EY case hearing, the EY lawyer had voluntarily proposed for mediation to the Honorable Judge. At that time, the very first question I had asked him is that, is the mediation is for giving my job back in EY company? For which the EY lawyer immediately replied that, yes, we are giving the job back and that's why we are scheduling the mediation. So immediately I gave consent for the mediation, and after coming out of the court, the EY lawyer advised me that please be polite with EY authorities and do not make defamatory comments. And then he again reiterated that he specifically conveyed that the EY team had conveyed that you are a good employee and your work is good in EY company, and that's why they are giving your job back. So I immediately said that I will meet all the expectations of EY company in work front. There is no issues for me at all. All I was waiting for is the promised reinstatement. Is the reinstatement of my job in EY company. I have no issues in meeting all expectations of EY company. So after I said this, I once again confirmed with the EY lawyer that since I had lot of bitter experience, past experience with some EY authorities, I asked him that, specifically asked him on the face that, sir, there will not be any backstabbing against me, right, during this time of scheduled mediation. For which EY lawyer replied to me that, no, there will not be any such thing, they are giving the job back and that's why we have scheduled the mediation. So it was this much confirmed promised reinstatement of my job in EY company, and that's why I had accepted for the very long gap of 1.5 months taken by EY company, after which they had scheduled the mediation on 5th June. After 16th April, they had scheduled the mediation on 5th June. It's only because of the promise of reinstatement of my job I accepted this long gap of 1.5 months for the mediation. In between this period, I very well know about the criminal and psychic behavior of the sexual crime accused Asafan Perisami, and in between, after some time, he started giving show of facts of planning to do cheating crime against me in the mediation. So only because of his show of facts, I went to Delhi and submitted petitions to the UN Security Council country leaders embassies, and along with that I had scheduled for fasting, a peaceful fasting without any media channel attention to get voice of support from UN Security Council permanent member country leaders and Islamic country leaders and UN authorities to get the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company during the mediation. Due to Indo-African Summit, I got the fasting date on 3rd June. Even though I had done fasting, on the 5th June scheduled mediation date, the EY lawyer came and very casually they conveyed that the EY management went abroad and nobody is available for mediation, and very casually they asked you to reschedule mediation after solid 1 month. And at this point, I request the address to country leaders to please recall the cruel injustice done to me, the illegal termination of my EY company job. When the EY authorities are well aware of the high life threat situation of my family in India, because of which I had to exit India and I was under unpaid long leave in EY company. They are well aware of that, and they are well aware of that I am the only breadwinner for my family of my widowed mother, myself and my elder sister. Under such a sensitive situation, without any humanity, they suddenly gave me just 4 days of time period to return back to India for project work, and without giving even intimation of possibility of termination of my job, they just directly sent the illegal termination letter on the 5th day. But now the same EY authorities have scheduled the mediation of 1.5 months, which I had voluntarily accepted. But after 1.5 months of long waiting period, they are not meeting the commitment given to the women victim employees employee of even coming to the mediation on the scheduled date. They could not wait for me for more than 5 days to return to India from another country for project work, and on the 5th day they directly illegally terminated my job without even any intimation of possibility of termination of my job. But now the same EY authorities are doing cruel injustice to the women victim employee by not even meeting their own scheduled date. It's not me who scheduled the date. It is the EY authorities who scheduled the date. After 1.5 minutes, when they had scheduled the date, it is the very basic expected professional behavior and expected commitment from such a big five consulting firm to meet their given commitment date, to meet their commitment after such a long waiting period. Without any concerns, very lethargically, they had said they went abroad and to reschedule the mission after solid 1 month. So on the day of 5th June, I conveyed to the judge that, ma'am, it's only because of they promised the arrangement of my job, I had given consent for mediation. And again, outside the court, he had again mentioned that the EY team had conveyed that I'm a good employee, that my work is good in EY company, that's why they are giving the job back, and asked me to be polite and not to make defamatory, for which I had said I'll meet all expectations of EY company. And after that, I told the judges, I had asked the EY lawyer on the face that, sir, there will not be any backstabbing, right? For which the EY lawyer had confirmed that there will not be any such thing, they are giving my job back. The EY lawyer had not objected to this fact when I reiterated these points of our conversation, and he mentioned that they went abroad, not available for mediation. Next week they will definitely come. So after solid 2.5 months of waiting period, again, criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi had influenced EY authorities to do very open cheating crime against me on 7th July by planning to use either EY lawyer alone or EY lawyer along with just one more EY representative to say any open lie in the court or any false reasons, or to say to openly illegally go against the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company, and to say unacceptable things like the leave compensation, where they clearly know I will never accept such filthy compensation amount. All I was the one and only non-negotiable factor in this EY dispute is my reinstatement, is my strong reinstatement of my job in EY company. So again, when the EY authorities did not even give proper prior intimation or objection, and without giving any intimation of possibility of termination of my job, they just gave 4 days of time, and within on the 5th day they executed a direct illegal termination of my job. It is the same EY authorities who had inhumanly treated me in the year 2025 and intentionally made me to wait for solid 7 months, wasting my professional career and wasting our personal lives. And after giving mental harassment for solid 7 months, they gave criminal unethical response by setting blunt response like I should not visit EY offices, without making a single word or statement about the required correction in my of the high sensitive mistake made in my termination letter. Even after that, I sent a very polite and pleading email to EY partner Ramdesh Pandey sir. Sir, please do not cruelly spoil my professional career by illegally blocking the required correction in my termination letter. Even after that pleading email, he did not respond. After that, I got admitted in emergency ward due to health issues, because I have attached my asthmatic illness record, everything to EY partner Ramdesh Pandey, and in that 7 months period of time, due to the outside food and weather, I got health issues. I got admitted in emergency ward and I got recovered from hospital, and I mentioned that in the email. So just now I got recovered from illness and I am coming to EY Ruby Tower office. Please give me the required correction, and I am very politely requested him that being at a partner level position, I request you to please resolve my issue in ethical and professional way. Please do not illegally block me from visiting offices without giving me the required correction. For the one and only reason of requesting Ramdesh Pandey sir to resolve my issue in ethical and professional way, very cruelly under blind encouragement of criminal Anand Ambani, Ramdesh Pandey sir and another unknown EY HR authorities have used EY Ruby Tower facility head Sankar and other 4 EY male authorities to execute most cruel manhandling and harassment crime against me, where the 4 EY authorities rounded up me like some low-grade criminals and manhandled me by using the female security guards. So I request the country leaders to please analyze the repeated cruel injustice, repeated high sensitive crimes done against me by EY authorities for the one and only reason that they have been repeatedly encouraged and influenced by criminal Anand Ambani, criminal lady Neeta Ambani, saying that criminal yes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will encourage all their repeated sensitive crimes against me, and they see me like I'm alone without a strong voice of support, without a strong voice of support of country leaders. So that's the one and only reason. It's like, to say honestly, after I send each alert email, this is the criminal plan of EY authorities or plan to do cheating crime or anything, immediately either within a couple of hours or on the next day itself, the most filthy sexual crime accused, Asahan Perisam, will go and influence, take help of his closely associated criminal Anand Ambani, take in his criminal lady Neeta Ambani or Akash Ambani or Isha Ambani, all family members, take help of criminal case Prime Minister Narendra Modi to again encourage EY authorities to proceed ahead to do that crime. This is the bitter truth. This is what is happening. All I plead is for the next 3 days of time, I really request for equal strong attention and equal voice of support from all 5 UN Security Council permanent member country leaders and also mainly from additional Islamic country leaders of UAE, Egypt, Turkey, Qatar, Jordan, Kuwait, Algeria, all Islamic country leaders to please take my evidences of my EY case to the additional 3 UN Security Council permanent member country leaders of USA, UK and France, and also please give your individual strong voice of support for me to help me to get the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company. Because just if my family is even alive today and if I'm able to strongly focus on my professional career today, it's one and only because of the Honorable President of China, Russia, Russian Defense Team and Honorable Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman sir. But just because of the reason that these 3 country leaders are showing humanity and supporting my family for solid past 3.5 years, it will be completely unjustified if I again put the whole burden on these 3 country leaders alone. Because just like the way I reached out to China President and Russia President, even before reaching out to them, I had actually reached out to the UN Security Council countries of USA, UK and France initially for the 6 months in the year 2020. I had even submitted the evidence of 100 India postal letter petitions, many emails and fax, and it's only because of reaching out to USA government for protection of my family from the planned murder execution in Delhi Rose apartment. The 3 main criminals of Nachatan murder case had used criminal Mukesh Ambani family to use the same Delhi police to shoot and kill my family admitted in Apollo Indraprastha hospital to take strong personal revenge for reaching out to USA government for protection. The most cruel betrayal done to me is that it's the same criminal USA President Joe Biden and criminal UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak who had blindly supported criminal Mukesh Ambani family in executing the illegal termination of my EY company job. That is the most betrayal crime done to my family. So who will take all these evidences? Who will take all these evidences to ex-criminal USA President Joe Biden and the current USA President Donald Trump sir and the current UK Prime Minister and the France President Macron sir? It's only some neutral friendly country leaders can take these evidences, right? That's why I'm pleading to the additional Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Egypt, Qatar, Jordan, Kuwait, Pakistan to please take the evidences of 2nd July Delhi police murder attempt and the 100 India postal letters, my many embassy petitions which I had reaching out to USA, UK and France since the year 2022, because it would be completely unjustified just to repeatedly place the burden on these 3 country leaders. I'm not asking the additional Islamic country leaders to do something, to go against somebody, to do something, nothing like that. It's just, since you are neutral friendly country leaders, you are the right country leaders whom I can reach out to take the evidences of 2nd July Delhi police murder attempt and mainly my hundreds of petitions which I have sent to USA, UK and France since year 2022 to the direct attention of USA President Donald Trump sir and UK Prime Minister and France President Macron sir, and also mainly to the ex-criminal USA President Joe Biden. I will send the petition with his photo also to please show to him and tell him that he has done the cruel betrayal against me in executing the illegal termination of my job. So apart from this, there is a keyword given related to EY mediation which is Odoni. ODONE and the word got underlined. I don't know how to relate this term, but I just thought of saying it in the video message. If any country leaders could relate this term to anybody, because this ODONE, ODONE, this is the spelling. ODONE the word was underlined, and it was given as a relative to some voice of support from some person. So ODONE is one of the main keyword given by the secret informer related to e-way mediation. So every time I sent a email complaint of planning of some criminal plan is made by criminal Anandamani to influence e-way authorities, it will be very next day, the most filthy sexual crime accused criminal association will use Anand Ambani to use either criminal lady Neeta Ambani or to go to Isha Ambani or to Akash Ambani to again use to either use Akash Ambani to directly take help of Narendra Modi to repeatedly influence e-way authorities to proceed ahead to do the open cheating crime against me in the mediation. Every time I gave alert, this is what immediately he will do by use almost all family members of Mukesh Ambani family to repeatedly influence Narendra Modi to influence e-way authorities. So this I have a now which this is the complaint. This is the complaint I have registered. About planning to use e-way lawyer along with one more. Okay, one second. Pass which okay. E-way lawyer along with the e-way representative to say any kind of open lie or false uses, or to say like unacceptable unacceptable things like compensation amount or anything, to do open cheating crime without even going for mediation. Okay. This is one thing. So now back. So now the next. So far I had explained about the planned open cruel cheating crime, which is planned without even going for mediation by using the e-way lawyer or along with one more e-way representative. The second plan of cheating crime plan inside the mediation room, I am going to explain. So the first plan is that to do cheating crime inside the mediation discussion is by planning to illegally retrieve and misuse the alerts given by a secret informer, which he had given before solid 3 years, about the kidnap plan and sexual crime plan against daughters of some country leaders, which was given by secret informer before solid 3 years. So those email alerts are planned to be illegally retrieved and misused in the way that they are trying to use some media content which I had mentioned in those email alerts, and to project like those media contents have published those emails or had forwarded to e-way company, and that's how it got to the attention of the e-way company, and those are defamatory statements against e-way company authorities. Similarly, to pick particular emails where I had submitted photos of e-way HR at Hina Mudaliar and other e-way authorities, and to say that the media contacts have published the photo of Hina Mudaliar in some media channels or had forwarded to e-way company, and these are extremely defamatory against the innocent HR authority, and these are the defamatory, and to do the open cheating crime against me in the mediation. So this is one of the main plan. As I mentioned, when e-way outside the court, when e-way lawyer again confirmed about the reinstatement of my job in e-way company, he clearly gave it as an advice to be polite with e-way authorities and not to make any defamatory comments. First thing I would like to highlight that my family, we had proven evidence along with the manual witnesses of high sensitive sexual crimes done against my family by the main filthy sexual crime accused Asan Perisami and is connected to main criminals of Nachathar case. It's only after we faced the high sensitive sexual crimes when the secret informer had given alerts, kidnap alerts, sexual crime plans, which are actually the future criminal plan and future scenarios. The communication was one-way communication, and it was not always a very clear alert. Lot of times it is like hint, just like the way I gave the hint word odoni before something. So that's not always possible complete accurate interpretation. So it was shown like it was happening in real time. So that way, since my family had faced sensitive sexual crimes, proven sexual crimes, only with a good intention to save the innocent daughters of country leaders only, I had sent such alert. Since I don't have any kind of two-way communication, I don't have any assurance that through which mode the country leaders are monitoring my emails. That's why I might have used mass number of email IDs to communicate the alerts to only with the good intention to save the innocent daughters of country leaders. So this, what it matters is the intention, and also I had the base evidence of the proven high sensitive sexual crimes done against my family of installation of illegal secret cameras and circulation of our bathing videos and naked videos. Just like that, I can submit 10 to 15 minor witnesses on the table if the sexual crime investigation is used. So the criminals are already, since they are proven sexual criminals, only with the good intention to save the daughters of country leaders, I had sent that alert. And also because of the reason that I don't know in which mode they are monitoring my emails, that's why I sent to those email alerts. So another question, another point I want to highlight is that if only these emails are planned to be argued against me as defamatory to do cheating crime against me in the mediation, I would also like to highlight that I have sent a sensitive complaint on 27th November 2025, where I had and 27th November 2025 is the date which is in between the time period when the conciliation meetings was going on in Labour Commissioner office. So at that time, after reading the first counter response petition, I filed a sensitive complaint that the EBA authorities had made cruel false allegations such as multiple email reminders, warnings had been sent to me about some unauthorized and unapprovedly. But they have not attached any such email evidence, and they are intentionally hiding some forgery email evidence, and they are planning to submit it in the labour court proceedings, and they are intentionally not submitting it during the conciliation meetings for the main criminal motive to reduce the sensitivity of the forgery email evidence getting exposed at the earliest point of time. And I really got so much angry. Any woman victim employee gets so much angry because the base truth of the case itself has been cruelly manipulated and cruel false allegations has been made. So how come those my emails about the forgery email evidence, my evidences against the planned forgery email evidence, and also my sensitive emails which I sent to mass media channels about the criminal plan of forgery email evidence being intentionally hidden during the Labour Commissioner Office conciliation meetings, and the forgery email evidence planned to be submitted exactly only during the Labour Court proceedings to reduce the sensitivity of the forgery email evidence getting revealed at the earliest point of time. How come those emails doesn't get published in any media channels? How come those emails doesn't go to the attention of EY company? Because how come only the forgery email evidence related email complaints and the evidences alone doesn't get published in media channels? It's like only the expected emails required for the company to use it as defamatory argument against me alone gets published in media channels or goes to the attention of EY, right? Also, this high sensitive email which I sent on 27th November, I have attached in my EY case petition and submitted in hand to the all 6 EY respondents. Again, after clearly reading the 27th November email, again the EY respondents have consistently submitted the same one and only 2 email chain, which is 15th September 2022 email chain, followed by the next January 2023 email chain as voluntarily confirmed and reiterated by EY representative Shanil Mirza. So again, the reason why I am getting suspicion of high sensitive forgery email evidence is only because after filing the third counter response petition, again they filed IA application asking for removal of their names from their EY case petition. That's why I highly suspected that it's a deceiving strategy against me done by EY authorities of planning to cheat me by again submitting the 2 email response to make me falsely believe that okay, EY authorities are consistently standing on the same standpoint given by Shanil Mirza, and then planning to get their names removed from the petition, and then planning to submit forgery email evidence under the generic name of EY company. This is what my suspicion which I had filed in the objection to IA. Another reason for my suspicion is because the main EY representative Shanil Mirza, who gave voluntary confirmation repeated standpoint to me during the conciliation meetings, have been suddenly replaced with a new EY representative. So that increased my suspicion that it's a deceiving strategy by EY authorities to later submit forgery email evidence after getting their names removed from the petition. So this is what I have mentioned about planned open cruel cheating crime against me in EY mediation. How come the below sensitive email complaint did not get published in any media channels where I mentioned about suspect of forgery email evidence which EY authorities are planning to submit at a later point of time in Labour Court to reduce the sensitivity of revealing the forgery email evidence at the earliest point of time? How come the kidnap alert, sexual crime plan alert given for daughters of country leaders before solid 3 years alone got published in media channels to be used as defamatory. Same way, how come my email complaints about forgery email evidence submission plan of EV authorities and 100% indisputable evidences from made against forgery email evidence planned by EV authorities did not get published in any media channels? How come my immediate email sent after illegal job termination to media channels did not get published in media channels, but only my later sent emails after 2 years with photo of Hina Mudaliar alone got published in media channels, which is planned to be used as defamatory in mediation for the only motive of doing cheating crime. If EVHR Director Hina Mudaliar had conducted proper inquiry with me about my repeated intimation sent to her about no prior objection or intimation given to me by any EV authority during my long leave period, the situation would not have been pushed me to reach out to media channels if she had conducted proper inquiry and cancelled the illegal termination of my EV company job. So this is the 27th November email I have sent to International Court. I have even made sensitive complaint of cancellation of operating license or relevant grades because I strongly suspected. The main concern I mentioned in this email is that EV authorities have openly illegally hidden the subsequent continuous email chain with approval of long leave given for me from EV partner Ram Deshpande. I have mentioned it's completely hidden by the EV authorities. I have mentioned that on top of this cruel illegal hiding of the email part with approval of long leave, the EV authorities are strongly planning to create any kind of forgery email evidence to cruelly falsely project like they have sent some warning or reminder email about unauthorized leave taken by me. I have mentioned in that email that if EV authorities send such multiple reminders, warnings to me about my unauthorized leave, why not even a single email evidence of their reminder email or warning email about my unauthorized leave is not attached in the response petition to my petition of Labour Commissioner Office. So when they submitted the counter response petition, they should have submitted, right? But they have not submitted. And then again, that's what I have mentioned. Why the authorities did not submit any single evidence of such reminder email and warning email sent to me about any unauthorized, unapproved leave in EV company in their response petition to the Bangalore Labour Commissioner petition. Again in the same email, I have mentioned that the EV authorities and Ram Deshpande sir are strongly planning to create and submit any kind of cruel, false and forgery emails by creating possibility during the labour court proceedings to minimize the very high sensitivity of their planned crime at this point of time, of their planned forgery crime. That's what I have meant here, which is clearly reflected. They are planning to submit in the labour court proceedings. That's what I suspected. I have also mentioned that the main manual witness for my approved long leave, which is hierarchy HR authority Bharati, have been asked to leave from EV company before they executed illegal termination of my EV company job for the main reason to cruelly manipulate the true facts of my EV case. Again, I would have mentioned that not even a single email evidence attached about any such reminder email sent to me about any such unauthorized leave. I think strongly plan to create a completely forgery email with the past date forgery to submit the high sensitive cruel forgery email directly during labour court proceedings to reduce the sensitivity of their crime at this point of time. When I said at this point of time, it is the time of Labour Commissioner Office conciliation meetings. Okay, Damita. So the next main part which I would like to address to the Honorable President of China, Russia and the Honorable Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan, Jordan, Kuwait, Egypt and all Islamic country leaders is about my main prayer of lighting camphor in hand and praying to the God to get justice and to prove the truth in my EV case. So this camphor lighting in the hand and making the prayer to the God, they place the camphor and light it and they take aarti like this and pray to the God. Mostly this is done in South India and most of the time women victims will do this to mainly to get justice in some cases and to mainly to prove the truth when there is some people doing conspiracy and to do to say when somebody is saying cruel lie. So to mainly to prove the truth in some sensitive situation, in some sensitive cases, they make this very painful prayer in front of the God to prove the truth and to bring the truth to the world. So this prayer I am doing in front of God Murugan temple to mainly to prove these below points. First, to prove the base truth in my EV case, which is my approved long leave in EV company under the very first objection email I have got only on January 2023, followed by immediate job termination. Next is that to help me, so the core request is that to help me to get truth drug investigation to be conducted against me and to be conducted against EY partner Ram Deshpande and EY HR director Hina Mudaliar and EY representative Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer to prove first point the base truth of my case of my approved long living EY company until the very first objection email sent to me only on January 2023 followed by immediate job termination. Next, to prove the voluntary confirmation repeated standpoint made by EY representative Shanil Mirza in the conciliation meetings. This is the very main important part which I want to prove during this prayer and also mainly to get truth drug investigation against me and EY representative Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer, because Labour Commissioner Office conciliation meeting is not just one-time event. It is a solid 3 months legal proceeding, completed with the 2 counter response petitions, and mainly through this multiple discussions, mainly the email evidences have been re-verified from both the ends, both from the Labour Commissioner and from my end and from Shanil Mirza. So this is a solid legal proceeding which took 4 months. So that's why I want to confirm the voluntary confirmation repeated standpoint made by EY representative Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer in the conciliation meetings, where they repeatedly confirmed about one and only objection email sent to me only on January 2023, and also during the handover of first counter response petition, Shanil Mirza voluntarily told me that EY company have no such leave approvals email sent from EY partner Ram Deshpande, and when it became a heated argument between me and Shanil Mirza, he said that if you have any such leave approval communication, you can submit, you can come and submit to Bangalore Labour Commissioner. Again, in the final conciliation meeting, two part of inquiry I made. First part of inquiry is about the one and only objection email, which again Shanil Mirza confirmed it's only on January 2023. He said that there is no other prior objection intimation given to me after the 15 September email. After he made this confirmation, I told him that no sir, after 15 September I initiated the long leave approval, long leave email request, and Ram Deshpande only have given me long leave approval. For which Shanil Mirza again cross questioned me that which date when did you send that leave request like that. I said that it should be either on the same day or without much time gap I initiated that leave request, and Ram Deshpande only have given me long leave approval. Again, for which Shanil Mirza again clearly told me that no, EY company have no such leave approval sent from email sent from Ram Deshpande to you. EY company have only 2 mails, 15 September and then the January 2023 email. There is no other email sent in between this period. Such is the clean and clear final communication from EY partner Ram Deshpande, sorry, EY representative Shanil Mirza. And the third point which I want to prove is the strongly promised reinstatement of my job in EY company, both inside the court and outside the court by EY lawyer, which I have in the initial part of the video message itself I have explained. Because the main reason to prove the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company during mediation, by lighting camphor on my head, because they are planning to do open cheating crime in the scheduled mediation on 7th July using EY lawyer or along with one more EY representative. So next prayer during when I light the camphor in my hand is to get support from any media channel contacts or anybody who are monitoring my emails or Facebook accounts or any country leaders to please publish the consolidated 12 evidences which I will attach in my email, which repeatedly confirms the one and only objection email sent to me only on January 2023 followed by immediate job termination. These among the 13 evidences, it also includes a recorded video call with EY HR head leadership authority Nitin Grover sir, and repeated confirmations from EY representative Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer, who all have confirmed that one and only objection email was sent to me during my long leave period, which is only in January, without any kind of prior objection or intimation. And the next point I have requested during this camphor kiting is to help me to get a press meet if EY authorities do any kind of cheating crime in the mediation, or if they are planning to submit forgery email evidence against me in mediation. I plead for press meet from country leaders or any media contacts or anybody who is monitoring my emails to help me to get press meet to submit all the evidences of my EY case, and also to submit the evidences of the sensitive sexual crimes done against my family by the main criminal Asahon Perisami and other sensitive crimes to help me to get suo motu action on sexual crimes and 2nd July Delhi police murder attempt and other crimes. So, give up. So, I will be doing camphor lightning prayer on 6th July, which is a prayer to God Murugan and also to all addressed country leaders. Usually they do the prayer to the God, but my prayer is also to the God, and also to the UN Security Council permanent member country leaders and Islamic country leaders to help me to get the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company during the second time rescheduled mediation on 7th July. Also to get truth-drug investigation to be conducted against me and EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and Hina Mudaliar and Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer to prove the true facts of my case. And to prove the voluntary confirmation, if it is stand by maybe EY representative Shanil Mirza and EY lawyer in the considerations, and to prove the promised reinstatement of my job in EY company given by EY lawyer both inside the court and outside the court on 16th April. This is also to get media channel support to publish all my consolidated 13 evidences which proves the one and only first objection email sent to me only on January 2023 during my long leave period in EY company, which is clearly accepted by EY HR head leadership Pather Nitin Govas and repeatedly confirmed by EY HR Shanil Mirza and EY on the consideration list. This fact is confirmed with the so far submitted 13 counts, 3 counter response petitions by EY respondents. We were to open cheating crime against me in mediation. I request for support to get press meet to submit the show of crime evidences of criminal Asavan Perisamy who is hiding in the dark under support of criminal Anand Ambani, and to submit all the evidence under section 15. And also press meet to submit sexual crimes petition. If the cheating crime is done by EY company, I request for press meet to submit sexual crime petition all so far crimes done against my family by main accused Asavan Perisamy for the past 4.5 years. Back. So along with this is the last main request to the Honorable Islamic country leaders. So throughout this video message, I have two main requests to the Islamic country leaders. First request, I have already mentioned that to take the evidences of my petition sent in the year 2022 to both ex-criminal USA President Joe Biden and the current USA President Donald Trump sir, and also to the current UK Prime Minister to take it to I know Rishi Sunak is not needed. So apart from this, the second major request is from Islamic country leaders that so almost for a decade, I hope the Islamic country, the oil giant Islamic country leaders of Middle East have a business relationship of oil exporting business with the Mukesh Ambani family. I don't know what are the major countries, but Middle East Islamic country, oil giant Islamic country leaders have oil exporting business relationship. So both of you always have some mutual trust and cooperation in that business relationship. So if you see in the recent years, even the Iran-US war have come to an end within a couple of months due to proper mediation and proper people who are communicating the points in the mediation to both the parties to bring up trust and mutual agreement. Same way in the Israel-Palestine war, it was escalating during the Joe Biden's time, but now during USA President Donald Trump's time, due to proper mediation and right communication and mutual trust and cooperation, that war is also almost coming to an end with an agreement for establishment of Palestinian state. So the main point I want to highlight is that even the wars are coming to an end between countries. Even the wars are coming to an end. But if the country leaders can see, since the year 2021, since Nachital murder crime, for solid 4.5 years, my widowed mother, myself and my sister had been facing never-ending high sensitive crimes from this most filthy psychic sexual crime accused Asavan Perisamy and is connected to main criminals of Nachital murder case, named criminal Shanmugam and his wife and criminal Sivakumar Velisamy and his wife, not just for property looting motive, but also mainly because of the psychic obsession and psychic jealousy against my professional career. So first thing that has to be communicated to Mukesh Ambani family is that the sexual crime accused Asavan Perisamy is extremely misusing his friendship with the criminal Anand Ambani, and he is saying, it was clearly told by the secret informer that criminal Asavan Perisamy is saying cruel lies to criminal Anand Ambani to every time get his help to do repeated sensitive crimes, mainly in my professional career. So at least now I request the Islamic country leaders, since you have business relationship, please communicate these points from your end and please give the word of promise from my end to Mukesh Ambani family and get the word of promise from the end of Mukesh Ambani family to my family, because there is always a saturation point, a bursting point for anybody. No woman victim would tolerate the never-ending sensitive crimes for solid 4.5 years. Like the way my family had been facing from the most filthy sexual crime accused Asavan Perisamy. Nobody will tolerate for that much long period. There will be always a saturation point and a bursting point. So to avoid that situation only, I request the Islamic country leaders to please communicate the right points from my end and give the word of promise on your behalf, on my behalf. You can give the promise to Mukesh Ambani family, and please get the word of promise from Mukesh Ambani family. Why? Because you have already have business relationship, and you will have already have mutual trust and cooperation. Right? This is a very small help, very small help that the Algerian Islamic candidates would definitely able to do. So first point I want to communicate is that multiple times I have even sent email and I have communicated through country leaders that I am ready to forgive all the crimes. I am ready to forgive all the crimes done against my family by the criminals of Nachadar Madike till date today. And in return, what I expect is that the criminals of Nachadar Madike should not do any kind of crimes in my e-way company job and during the e-way mediation in the reinstatement of my e-way company job, and they should not do any further crimes in our personal lives or in my professional career or against my family. And the Islamic candidates can give the word of promise to Mukesh Ambani family that I'm ready to forgive all the crimes till date today, and I completely want to get rid of these three main criminals of Nachadar Madike and their team of criminals, to completely drop their property looting motive and to drop their filthy jealousy against my professional career and to drop their crimes in my professional career and in our personal lives. And so I request the Islamic candidates to communicate this from my end to Mukesh Ambani family, and please particularly communicate to Anand Ambani that he is extremely misusing his friendship. See, if you want to make your friend happy or something, you can give as many you can give as many gifts or as many sophistication you want. You cannot go and brutally torture a widowed mother and her two daughters for solid 4.5 years just to make your psychic friend happy, right? Please communicate this in the to criminal Anand Ambani through any of the family members of Mukesh Ambani family, and please take it to Mukesh Ambani that just to make your friend happy, you cannot psychic friend happy who has criminal assault Perisami have extreme psychic obsession and psychic filthy jealousy against my professional career. I have even sent email about the psychic behavior activities of the filthy sexual crime accused assault Perisami to the country leaders as well. I request some Islamic country leaders to please take it to the direct attention of Anand Ambani that his Aswan Perisami saying cruel lies to him, say false information to him to get to do repeated crimes against me. If Anand Ambani wants to make his friend happy, he can give as much gifts and sophistication as he wants, but he cannot blindly misuse his money power to brutally torture a widowed mother and her two daughters for solid 4.5 years, right? Just to make his psychic friend happy, because we have suffered a lot in our personal lives and in our professional life only because of the repeated sensitive crimes of criminal Anand Ambani, which he is doing in blind support of his psychic filthy sexual crime friend, the criminal Aswan Perisami. At least now I request the Islamic country leaders to make it stop to properly communicating in a mature way through Mukesh Ambani and Sloka Mehta to be communicated to Anand Ambani that I have very clearly communicated that I will forgive all the crimes and all the crimes so far against now, and sexual crime accused Aswan Perisami should not do any further crimes in my professional career or in our personal lives, and should drop his psychic obsession and psychic jealousy against my professional career. So this is what I request Islamic country leaders to please within the next 3 days communicate to Mukesh Ambani, directly to Mukesh Ambani and also to Sloka Mehta, because when the saturated bursting point comes, I will not leave any single crimes. I will have a way even to escalate to the international court. I have end-to-end approach. I really do not want to escalate any crimes. I want to focus on our personal lives and our professional career. Please communicate this clearly to Mukesh Ambani. I really do not want to escalate the crimes. If the crimes escalates, 2nd July Delhi police murder is a very sensitive crime which will seriously question the law and order in India at an international level. It will bring an international shame to India. It will bring an international shame to India when the 2nd July Delhi police murder attempt escalates, when the sexual crime done against my family escalates, and when there are international crimes that will get escalates. And Islamic country leaders, you can give a promise on my behalf. You can give the promise to Mukesh Ambani family if they don't do any further crimes in my professional career, especially in the reinstatement of my job in e-way company during mediation, and no further crimes in our personal lives. I swear on my late father that I will completely forgive all the so far crimes done till today, and we want to really focus on our personal lives and my professional career. Please communicate this to Mukesh Ambani and Sloka Mehta within the next 3 days, and ask them to communicate in a mature way to criminal Anand Ambani. Thank you.